Alright, we're here at the final page of notes for section 2.2. I'm going to try to do this all in one video because it's just one problem here. Try to remember to adjust the screen as well as we go down the page. In the application exercises, just like any section we've been doing so far, you can expect that the problem is going to have you set up or work with something similar to what you've been doing in that section. So in this case, we can expect that we're going to be solving what the book and it's commonly referred to as a one-step equation. And in this case, multiplying or dividing both sides by the same number, because we're dealing with the multiplication property of equality in this particular section. Okay, so let's read what it says here. The Mach number is a measurement of speed named after the man who suggested it, Ernst Mach, 1838 to 1916. The formula m equals a over 740 indicates that the speed of an aircraft A in miles per hour divided by the speed of sound, approximately 740 miles per hour, results in the Mach number m. Use the formula to determine the speed in miles per hour of the aircrafts in exercises 69 through 70. Note, when an aircraft speed increases beyond Mach 1, it is said to have broken the sound barrier. So we've read it once, deep breath. Read it again, let's identify the goal and then some key information. So Mach number is a measurement of speed named after the man who suggested, Ernst Mach, 1838-1916. So just some background information to start with. Now here comes the math. The formula m equals a over 740 indicates that the speed of an aircraft A, so A is the speed of the aircraft, in miles per hour, divided by the speed of sound, approximately 740 miles per hour. So right here we have the approximate speed of sound. Results in the Mach number m. So m is our Mach number. Use the formula to determine the speed in miles per hour of the aircrafts. So they're going to give us, as we look down here, this is number 70 that we're doing. So this is information that comes up above numbers 69 and 70. And in number 70 here, they're telling us about the SR-71 Blackbird. It has a Mach of 3.3, so it has an m value of 3.3. We want to know the speed, which means we want to know the a value. So we've got our goal now, is to come up with what a is. We've got our key information. In this case, we don't even have to translate. They give us the formula. So I'm going to adjust here because I realized I'm off screen. Let's go ahead and get to the actual problem. So here we are down at number 70. They're telling us about the SR-71 Blackbird. They give us a Mach number of 3.3, so our m value is 3.3. They're asking for the speeds. What they're trying to find is the a value. So let's recopy our formula here. M equals a over 740. A is our airspeed. M is our Mach number. So we're going to replace our Mach number with what they give us, 3.3. And it's still equal to our a over 740. And this is what we're trying to solve for, is a. So we check to see if there's any parentheses, and I put parentheses here to kind of help me hold that number in place. So it's not doing anything but just holding a spot, so we can just remove them without having to do anything more mathematical than that. Just say, okay, they aren't doing any jump except to hold a place. So we remove parentheses. Then we see if there's any like terms on either side. It's already simplified as far as it can be. We'd look for a to pick a side. And a is already on the right side. There's nothing else on the left, so that one's done. And now we get to solve. So we ask what's happening to a. And what's happening to a, there's only one thing, and that is it's being divided by 740. Or if you want to do that visually, you'd go a divided by 740 like a timeline, reading left to right. And then to undo that, and that's the process of solving here. We've identified what's happening. Now we need to undo it to get a all by itself. So you would go reverse order. So we'd go up the list, timeline to reverse. You'd go right to left. and only one step, so it just stays step 1, but it's always the opposite. So instead of divide, it's multiply. As we go right to left here, we run into divide 740. It's going to be times 740. And then now we've created a prescription, a list of what we need to do. So in this case, we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by 740. Because what you do to one side, you do to the other. And the whole point was that the 740 would cancel. If you need to see that a little bit clearer, 740 over 1 times a over 740, you've got a 740 top and bottom, and you're left with a times 1 on the top over 1 times 1 on the bottom, which is just a. And then on the left-hand side, 740 times 3.3, if you need to, we're in chapter 2 now, so you will be able to use, calculators, but, you know, rainy day or whatever, keep your brain sharp. Do the multiplication here. You're going to get 0, 12, carry the 1, 21, 22. Again, 3 times 0 is 0, 12, carry the 1, 21, 22. Add those together, 0, 2, 4, 4, 2, right to left. 1 decimal spot at the beginning, so we bring 1 in at the end, and that answer is 2,442. And this was miles per hour, I believe, yes. So we do a quick check to make sure that our answer is right. So we go back to our original equation, and that was m equals a over 740. So 3.3, does that equal our a value over 740? We got a value of 2,442. Punch that into a calculator. It does check. You get 3.3 equals 3.3. So that's a true statement. So our answer works. And so our final version, we don't necessarily have to write this in set notation because it has a story connected to it here. So we can say that the airspeed of the SR-71 Blackbird is approximately 2,442 miles per hour. Okay. Now, if you had just put 2,442 miles per hour, that would be enough to complete the story. So, okay with that. Once again, there are review exercises that help keep you from getting rusty. Remember, all these problems get hit again on secondary exams, primary exams, and since this is beginning of the chapter, it's good to review primary exams, secondary exams, and the final. So those review problems help keep you loose on those, keep things fresh in your mind. And the preview are strategic problems that help plant the seed for the next section. And that's where we're headed. So we'll see you in 2.3. Good job.